Next up, Munich, Germany. Ian Fleming's next destination. The year, 1928. Officially, he was there to perfect his German at university. Unofficially, he dove headfirst into the culture. He stayed with a carefully selected German host family. Language, tradition, and temptation served daily. Total immersion. The Fleming way. It was also a turbulent period. Political tides were shifting. Next up, Geneva, Switzerland. Now at the age of 21, he found his groove. With money from his inheritance coming in, Ian Fleming was living like the man he would one day create. He began to display the strange, off-handed glamour that stuck with him for the rest of his life. There was always something smoldering about him. He was an international man about town. He skied like a ghost. Drove like the devil in his two-seater black Buick. And seduced with the ease of someone who never had to try. He could now disarm you in 4 languages, and often did. With his commanding looks, sharp mind, and a wit that could sting or seduce, Ian became both feared and desired. He was now as attractive to the women of Geneva as he had been to the girls of Kitzbühel, more so perhaps. When he wasn't breaking hearts, he skied the glamorous runs of Megève and Saint-Cyr, a high society playground where wealthy Europeans, diplomats, and intellectuals escaped to indulge in winter sports and high-altitude romance. For golf, he played at the exclusive Divinet Club. He climbed the peaks of Chamonix, chasing altitude and adrenaline. His social circles were as elite as they were eclectic. He moved easily among young diplomats at the newly established League of Nations, where he landed a temp job. He charmed them over cocktails, challenged them in conversation. Very buck to have lunched with a soft-spoken Einstein. He never got around to attending university. Cafes became his classroom. He debated Goethe and Schiller with the kind of fire that only comes from a man who reads for pleasure and domination. It was at a Genovese ball that he met a woman who checked every box. They became unofficially engaged. A brief pause in the life of a man still writing his legend. Art seduced him too. He began collecting Picasso prints And in a moment of mischief, that's pure Fleming, he somehow acquired Mussolini's passport. But the time had come to return home to London. His mom was excited to have a diplomat for a son. His future was in the balance. 3 years dedicated to the preparation of the Foreign Office exam. And now it was his time to take his shot, like his grandfather, father, and brother before him. And he failed. His lowest grade was on his English essay, 20 out of 100. Ian Fleming failed the Foreign Office exam, but his friend Ivor Bryce had another word for him, débrouillard, French for a good man in a tight spot. In the next episode of Hello Sloan, Ian turns rejection into adventure, and failure into a life of speed, glamour, and intrigue.